continuing saga of proper grassroots football.
The outline did hurt a lot, and that's good, coloured in white as well. That's not skin colour, that's just coloured in white as well. So, come on, you Dons, let's do it. You Dons!
Last time on Football Hurts, Terry Brown and his squad worked to cement second place in the Ryman League Premier Division. As a third year of promotion playoffs draws ever closer, the pressure is on. 2 league games remain for the Dons. Finishing second is almost guaranteed, unless they drop points and rival Stainstown catch up from their games in hand. In either case, Wimbledon are likely to be at home for the playoffs. Deep in the Portuguese heartland, a prestigious international football tournament is being played. In a 4-nation contest, the Northern Ireland under-21s are preparing for their next game against Cape Verde. Joining the squad of mostly Premiership and Championship youngsters is AFC Wimbledon's left midfielder, Robin Shroot.
It's obviously an honour and very good to be selected to play at any level for your country. And they see these tournaments as learning how to play at international level, so you could potentially be picked to play for the senior side at one point in the future. Every time you get called up, you're so excited because the standard of football is so high. International football is all about keeping the ball for as long as possible. Everything's on the floor, and then, you know, in the Ryman League, a lot of the time it's in the air, very physical, and you tend not to see more than 3 passes kept at any one time, so it's just international football is all about possession. Larry Large, large and larger here, look.
How are you doing?
Premier League footballers, every single one of these. Or not him, nearly. We're all in our rooms at 10 o'clock in the evening. Most of the time spent on the PlayStation and taking the mickey out of each other. I have a non-Northern Irish accent, and so I get quite a lot of stick, but it's all good-natured and I get on with the boys really well. I want to play for the senior international side against England and win.
How are you?
Buzzing, actually, as it goes. Lovely day for football, eh? I can't even shut the flipping bus on.
Shout out to Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield United FC. FC Wimbledon. We're in Beja and we're playing Cape Verde in the final game of our mini tournament, and hopefully we can nick a win, well, get a win before we get on the plane back to London. Happy days.
Robin Shroot came up through the Wimbledon FC Youth Academy, scrubbing boots in the 90s, and now plays full-time for AFC. Having a grandma from Belfast allowed Robin to join the Northern Ireland squad, now under the watchful eye of manager Roy Miller and coach Nigel Best. And it's not every day that players like Robin experience the pomp and ceremony of an international fixture. So hearing the national anthem often brings a tear to the eye.
Vamos ouvir agora o hino nacional da Irlanda do Norte, and now the national anthem of Northern Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, we excuse for the change of the national anthem of Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland 1, Cape Verde 1. Terminado o jogo entre a Irlanda do Norte e Cabo Verde. Final results: Northern Ireland 1, Cabo Verde 2.
At international level, you have to keep possession. If we keep giving the ball away, then we're the ones that are chasing the game. Unfortunately, we didn't turn the possession into goals. Maturity thing comes with confidence, and it's this pass that we like our players to be able to do. Robin is a squad player for us at the moment. I think he has certain attributes. He's neat and tidy on the ball. I would like to see him physically getting forward more. But against that, he keeps good possession. Mentally, he has to get stronger and physically tougher. But overall, I was delighted with Robin's contribution.
Weather is absolutely minging. Portugal, everyone thinks it's sunny and happy days. Rain in hell it is. Raining out. To Wimbledon fans, promotion, hopefully to the Conference South, and hope we go up. Playoffs it is.
Wimbledon were distraught when record signing John Mayne was struck down with a famously English fifth metatarsal injury. Back at the club 13 weeks later, Mayne is now match fit. And to help the young striker get refocused, he's getting together with Wimbledon sports psychologist John Faulkner.
Talking to John Mayne tonight, who's came to the club early in the season, proven goal scorer, young guy, but he got an injury to his metatarsal, and so I'm just going to spend some time with him tonight. He's come up through the ranks. He was at Tunbridge, made good progress at Tunbridge. That's why AFC came after him. First of all, I just want to get to know him a little bit, get some idea of what type of person he is, and then take it from there. I talked to Terry quite a bit as well, around just making this club more professional, really. Always a forward?
Always been a forward, yes.
Right. So always been able to score goals?
Yeah.
Which is a sought-after thing.
Yeah.
So, when you finish a game, how do you know whether you've played well or not?
Well, I'm not the best player in the league by a long way, but I always seem to manage to score a goal or two.
Yeah.
And so basically, I'll probably just go on whether I've scored or not, whether I'm happy.
Okay. So.
Or set them up.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't set up or you don't score, you haven't played well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah. That's what I look at.
Okay. Now that's difficult for a forward, isn't it? I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the defensive all the game, you don't get many chances. So you don't get any chances. How are you going to score a goal? You come off and say I was crap.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
You need to relook at that, don't you? Because that's not necessarily true, is it?
I don't know.
Or you need to add something to it, don't you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
So that's what I'm looking for. I tell you, I've got this. We're talking about self-development, so becoming a better player. Yeah. You need to know how you play, whether you played well. If you played well, why? If you didn't play well, why? From that, you need to put it into action. Yeah. So you come off the pitch, you ain't scored the goals. You need to know why. So say you haven't got any service. What would you do about that?
Yeah, well, I'd have the ump, wouldn't I?
Huh?
I'd have the ump.
Yeah, but what would you do about it?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm not the type of player to go around shouting other players.
No.
I've been told to do, but it's just not me.
So how would you do it, John? How would John Mayne do it?
I'd keep running, trying to get in positions. I will always call for the ball, but I'd just carry on trying, I suppose.
Yeah. See, there's something about as you get more experienced, right? You say, well, I'd talk to the players that I'm affected by. So the other centre forward, midfielders, and you don't have to shout at them, you can just say to them, you know, I'm coming short or whatever. So I think that's a development for a young player. I'm coming short, I'm not getting it. And maybe you do that anyhow, but actually affect the player.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've got something here as well I wanted to show you. It's a map that I was shown when I was coaching at Luton, actually, but I really connected with it. That what that's saying is, if you get your mind focused in, that's like in the zone, isn't it? We talk about in the zone. So if you get your mind right, the body just automatically takes over because you're a footballer, right? So we do this together. It cost me thousands this did to get this apparatus. Okay, keep it tight, keep your hand still. Right, really concentrate. See yourself go on that machine. It starts to go clockwise. And it starts to go out, you know, it goes really out wide. Now the idea is, we're talking about this, if you bring up a real picture of what's going on, then something happens to the body. The body will actually do it without thinking, almost. So. Cool, eh? So that's helpful for preparation. What's your pre-match stuff in the dressing room? You have a routine or?
No, I don't have no routine. Just get kitted up and get out there.
You should think about that. But actually, we're not robots. So we have good days and bad days, and we never know really when they are. And as a younger player, inexperienced, I'm saying, get a routine. Get a routine. You don't need it most of the time, but you will do for the bigger games. And it sets you up for, even during the match, things aren't going right, you can do something about it. So it's around communication, right? You need to prepare yourself. And I think you do anyhow, but make it a bit more professional.
After the break, can the Dons cement second place in their penultimate game of the season? Coming up next on Football Hurts.
I'll see you Saturday, mate. Take care.
Cheers, get Trevor's jump room, will you?
Confident in the knowledge that a place in the playoffs is all but guaranteed, tonight is a chance for the club to sit back and look at some of the young hopefuls in a friendly game against QPR Youth.
If Eileen sees you eating them on camera, you're in massive trouble. Blimey, none of them were marked. Cool, don't they smell nice, sort of.
Most of the boys have played through coming through the youth academy. They're playing up in the reserves with me for the last 3 or 4 months. So I'm looking for a bit of pace, a bit of touch, power, and reading the game.
Oh, it's a great ball he knocks in, Stevie Gilbert. That's more like it. It's a centre-half clearance. In fact, it's Stevie Gilbert, wasn't it?
Good boy.
Yeah, Stevie Gilbert. He's a good boy, Stevie.
I just watched my son. He's playing in goal at the moment. He's not much to do as yet, but it's good football. He often sits on the bench for the first team. It's nice to see him actually on the pitch for a change.
I'm looking for the trialists to say, are they head and shoulders above what my current youngsters are? And some of them, like I say, have done well. And to give me a gauge for next year that who can maybe step up, the Luke Pigdens, the Stevie Gilbert, step up into my first team squad next year. And both of them, I think, have proved that they're ready to do that. Get Lukey off, we know what Lukey.
Tonight, Terry has left management of the youngsters to his assistant Stuart Cash. With the Dons having an impressive 3-1 lead, how does Terry feel about his second in command?
He's made a pig's ear of it, to be honest. He ain't got a clue, and the sooner I can get over it there, the better. But he'll totally claim credit for the whole evening, and so would I if I was him. Good game.
Well played. At 16, he could seriously.
A lot of enthusiasm with the kids, a lot of good players, and I think we've got a good crop of good youngsters, and hopefully in a year or maybe 2 years they'll be in the first team.
Good luck with his shirt, Trev.
Yeah, see you, Trev. Say hello to Joseph when you see him.
The last 2 years we've been struggling when it gets to the playoffs to actually get a team of 11 out, let alone players on the bench, whereas this year we haven't got that to worry about. We've got a good strong squad to go in for the playoffs, which is why I feel so confident this year. If this team perform how we know they can, then we can beat anyone. It's just depends what team turn up on a day. If the team turn up and they're determined to be here next season, and the best way to do that is prove themselves and go up a level, then yeah, no, not worried at all today. I think we should win. If we don't, I'll be very, very disappointed.
I wouldn't want to play us at the moment. No. We're playing very well. I wouldn't want to play us. We're awesome.
Today, the Dons play their penultimate game against Harlow, hoping to secure their second place in the division.
So Harlow Town arrive at Kingsmeadow looking for the victory that would pretty much guarantee their safety. Meanwhile, victory for the Dons this afternoon would go a long way towards guaranteeing second place, especially if other results go their way. So an early throw then to Harlow Town. Cleared from the area by Luke Garrard. Back forward though by Fowler. Here's Akers now. Across the 6-yard box. Oh, and sliding in for the opening goal in just over 30 seconds was Kenny Davis. Well, what a start for Harlow Town, and it's disaster for the Dons. Well, Harlow Town clearly haven't read the script here this afternoon. But what can the Dons do to get back into the game? Here goes Steve Ferguson now. Down the right-hand side. Cutting inside into the penalty area. And he gets the shot away. Oh, it's gone through the arms of James Hassel. And off the post in the end. And that's one mightily relieved Harlow goalkeeper. Here's Davis now, the Harlow goal scorer, moving forward down the right-hand side. Plays the ball down the line to Akers now. Taking on Rob Quinn and beating him as well. Akers with a chance to deliver the ball into the area. Oh, and in the end, none of his teammates were able to capitalise. And now Garrard steps a great ball forward for Cumbers. Great chance for him to run at the Harlow defence. Still Cumbers now. Looks up, sizes up his options. In the end, passes the ball back to Garrard. Forward for Ferguson. Garrard takes over once again. Oh, he's taken the tumble, and in the end, the attack comes to nothing. Throw into Harlow Town, taken by Beckett Hollenbach. Cleared, though, by the Dons, deep into Harlow territory. And not only that, it's a chance for Cumbers now to get on the end of it. Still Cumbers battling away for the ball. Taking on Danny Chapman. Oh, and the referee looked to play the advantage there, but in the end, Cumbers was going nowhere, and the ref gives the Dons a free kick. Marcus Gale's going to take it now. 4 in the Harlow wall, and it bypasses them, but not James Hassel, who gets down to make a comfortable save. So James Hassel then with a goal kick for Harlow Town. Met with a header by the Dons' Rob Quinn. Here's Sean Glidden though, plays the ball over the top of the defence. It's a chance for Clark Akers. Oh, it's 2-0 to Harlow Town. And he really lived up to his name there. He was left in acres of space. He was played onside by Marcus Gale. And the man who created the opening goal has scored the second for Harlow Town just 3 minutes before half-time. Dons fans and players looking pretty shell-shocked as Harlow Town go in at half-time, leading by 2-0.
It's just a shout. There's no organisation, no midfield. It's awful. Absolutely awful.
So wholesale changes up front for the Dons for this second half. Off go Ramon Rose, Lewis Cumbers and Elliot Buchanan to be replaced by John May, Nick McDonald and Tony Finn. Here's Jake LaBelle now for the Dons. Plays a decent ball over the top of the Harlow defence. Here's Ferguson now, cropping up on the left-hand side. Jinks past a couple of Harlow players. An attempted cross shot there, but no one gets on the end of it. Marcus Gale now for the Dons. Oh, he swept a fine ball out towards that right-hand side, nodded down by Ferguson now. Here's Hatton into the area. Oh, there was a fine fingertip save there by James Hassel. Fine goalkeeping there from the Harlow custodian. But it's a corner now to AFC Wimbledon, swept in by Hussey. Hassel only gets fingertips to the ball this time, cleared as far as Tony Finn. Oh, that's a disappointing finish. So the Dons then continuing to pile the pressure on. Another corner now, once again Chris Hussey to take it. Delivers it into the 6-yard box. Oh, it's come back off the crossbar from McDonnell. Here's Ferguson. Oh, and it is finally turned in by Rob Quinn. And after a much improved second half performance, the Dons get the reward 12 minutes from time. And has Rob Quinn shown the Dons the way back in this game? Garrard now for the Dons. Threads it through. Here's Nick McDonald, 20 yards out. Tries his luck. Oh, it's saved by Hassel. The rebound's going to fall for John Main. Oh, and in his first home appearance back after injury, he too is thwarted by the excellent goalkeeping of James Hassel. And there goes the final whistle. It's finished 2-1 to Harlow Town. They're now safe from relegation, but 3 defeats from their final 4 home league games was certainly not what the Dons had in mind.
I think you find that we're a little bit more than unhappy right now. You know, it's a real worry coming into the playoffs. Quite as weak as we are right now, it's really bothering me.
Insult is added to injury a few days later when the news arrives that Staines Town have won their games in hand, knocking Wimbledon down to 3rd place. With the table almost settled, Wimbledon will have to make do with 3rd. 1 league game remains, but the top 5 clubs will be focused on the playoff semi-finals. For the semis, 2nd position plays at home to 5th and 3rd position to 4th. There are no second legs, and the final will decide the 1 club who will join Chelmsford City in the Blue Square South next season. Next week sees the Dons prepare for their first round of playoffs. As the wettest week of the season begins, record attendances are expected at Kings Meadow for the Dons semi-final. Will their promotion disappointments of the last 2 seasons be revisited? Terry Brown and his boys prepare for their biggest game yet. The pressure is on. Next time on Football Hurts.
It's going to get very wet, but I don't care as long as we win. Because we've been here before and I'm feeling very sick.